Well, hello, farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mr. Moose. And we continue with our farm here on the province of North Brabant, and we pick up as we left off with our last edition. We were finishing up the potato harvest, and we had started a wheat harvest, and that's where we're going to pick up today. In confession, I did do an attempt at a video earlier today, and had some issues with the audio, so I had to scrap it, and I am re-recording. So we're a bit further ahead than I would have normally been in this video, but we're basically right on track. So we just got to get some things restarted here, including our little JCB, and as you can see, we're still whittling away at this bunker of silage, which is good. You know, it keeps something going, a little bit of income coming every few minutes, and that allows to pay for a little bit of labor. This bunker over here, 100% full, and it is actually 50% fermented, so when it's ready, we'll get to unloading it as well. And this over here is actually a bunker as well. I happened to stumble across this by accident, but this back area over here, and I don't get any kind of meter or anything else like that with it to tell me like the percentage of full it is. But I did drive a trailer through here automated. Here it is. It's showing me the fill level right here. So this right here is actually a bunker as well. I don't know the width and the length of it. And the fill level of it, but yeah, we can actually put some more grass over there if we want, and so I may do that soon, but for right now I've got the grass mowing stopped, and we're gonna give that a break for a little while, and once that bunker is empty, I will probably resume the grass mowing, but I have big plans for that big brown area over there. And I'll share that with you in just a little bit. But so we got our hay, or excuse me, our wheat cutting going on. I did go ahead and get field number 8 finished, as well as I did field number 3 when I was doing the video this morning, and started automating this guy here. So that's the reason half of this field is already cut. It's just simply because I had started with these guys, had gone through the whole process of setting up a course and course play and all that, and yeah, and then I lost the recording, so well, you know, we'll get going again. So hope everyone is doing great. Glad you're with us today, and hope you enjoy the video. We'll just be doing this wheat and starting to prep fields for the replant. I'm gonna go ahead and automate this guy using field 49 and starting in the I believe I started him in the southeast corner, going west, and I did one headland on it. Come on. There it is. Whew, I'm forgetting how to play. Alright, so I should be able to just fire this guy up and get him going. And we'll go ahead and get this guy automated as well. And so he can haul off our wheat. And what I did, I set up a course that is right between these two fields. So, so yeah, when he will be able to use the same automated course for both fields to dump the wheat. And we'll set this guy up with a course. He's going to be, I got one that says wheat right here. Oops, that's not right. I don't know what I did. I hit something wrong. What did I do? What did I put in there? Why did I move my wheat field into the subfolder for wheat? Interesting. I just got to move that back there. Alright, so I was wondering what I had done. This guy here is our wheat course, and we're just going to load it up and set up our combine now. We could do automatic, but I'll set it for manual, and yeah, should be good to go. Alright, so that guy should be ready to unload that combine whenever it needs it. By the time I get something else started, it will probably already be done. And the other thing I needed to do... What in the world is going on here? Stop driver. Hello. I guess I should have checked that course to make sure I had it right, because apparently I didn't. So let's do this. Field 49. Oh, I started northeast instead of southeast. That'll do it every time. Dumb me. Mistermoose makes another mistake. Today's been loaded full of mistakes. So yeah, not been my finest day. But, you know, there's always a better tomorrow. Alright, now let's get this guy rolling and see if we can get this fixed. Nice. Alright. So from this morning's recording, the one thing I think I got taken care of, and I didn't lose, was I filled up all of the animals. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's see. Make sure I'm right. Cow productivity 110%. And these guys are productivity... Nah, they're fine. They just haven't redone. So I think everything is good. Alright, so we can move to a different operation. So I'm over here cultivating this field and working to get it plantable again. Alright. So the plan for today is just to work on this field, get it in shape, get it ready to be planted again, and then we'll start the planting procedure. Now, with this harvest done, all of our fields will be harvested, and we'll be starting over with a blank slate, which gives us about 10 or 12 fields that we can plant. And it's going to be a pretty big plant, because here's my plan moving forward. Because we do have that huge lot free next to the silage bunker at the BGA, I am going to fill it up. And to do that, we are going to use some corn silage to do that. So my plan is to plant you know, a few fields in just a regular crop of you know, something. We'll look at our crop and see what is available and what we need as far as to round everything out that we have so far. But in the end, we're going to plant several fields of corn, and we'll use some of the monies that we have to acquire a silage cutter to make chaff, and we will go through, harvest all of the corn. A little bit of it will go into our grain silo, but the overwhelming majority of it will go towards making silage. My plan moving forward to this, now that we've got a little bit of funds coming in, is to up our production on our dairy and cattle and beef. As well as to go ahead and acquire more chickens, so we can be fattening up hundreds of chickens and beef and pigs, and not just you know, the few that we have. That will also increase our manure production and slurry and all that. So that's where my game plan is moving forward. is to really start scaling up those operations now that we're starting to acquire some funds to be able to, afford more overhead. So we will be doing that. We'll also get us a lime spreader. Probably not in this episode, but in the next one. We'll acquire a lime spreader. And we'll start using that in our field. Especially now that we have a decent lime spreader. I did pick up another one that's pretty cool as well, but I like the one that's based off of the Strawman PS3401. So we'll go ahead and acquire that, and we'll start using that to do our fertilizing or our lime spreading. It will mean more trips probably back and forth to the refill, but it'll be fun. It'll add to the farm. So after we do this set of planting, I'm sort of going to change the rules on this farm, and it has nothing to do with the economy or the hard mode that we're in right now, but I have this renewed interest in plowing, and I've always just sort of felt like the field should be plowed. I mean, I know there is, in real life, there is no-till farming where you take your planter, and if you've got like the Rapid Seeder 600, if you've got something like that that has a built-in cultivator, you can do no-till farming, and you can go in and just seed straight to a soft field. But I've always been one who believes in, and even in some of my private enterprises where I, like my home small gardens, I've gone through and just used a disc before to break the field and turn it, and then go put seed in it. But you never get the quality of production or yield out of something like that you do when you actually go through and properly prep a field, turning your dirt, then breaking your clods down, adding in your enrichment, and then cultivating it, and then finally coming back and doing your planting furrows or seeding the field, if you're doing some sort of cereal or grain. I don't do a whole lot of cereals. Mainly I grow vegetables, and I grow like okra, squash, cucumbers, things of that nature. I don't really do wheat, barley, oats, stuff like that, your grain cereals. I grow a lot of corn, beans, things of that nature. So the seeding that I do is a little bit different than what you do with grain. I use row planters that they have little plates in them that place the seed into a furrow, and that's what I'm used to doing. And I'm really used to the whole process of, you plow, like I said, break down come back with a disc or a harrow and break down the clods, and then you go ahead and, enrich the soil, plant, and then you come back, with some side dressings, and you use a cultivator to go through and weed as you start to get some weed growth in. Whoa, that's the wrong button. Alright. Before we do this, we need to go get that harvester moved. So we'll pull our pipe in. Or we think we'll pull our pipe in. I gotta stop this guy. Duh. Alright. Let's go over to this field and we will reset and get these guys harvesting yet another field of wheat. So anyways, what I was getting to is the changes I plan on doing is really just about the process. I want to get back into plowing some more. So we'll probably, once we get all this done, I will probably acquire a new plow and we'll start plowing some of these fields prior to the seeding process. And I'm in no rush to do things, and so I think just adding that step back into the game is a good thing. So we'll be incorporating that into this map as well as into any future projects that I do, because yeah, I just want to do it again. Let's see. We are starting in the northwest. Oh, you know what? This is a bad place to start. Sorry about that. I just remembered this field. All those trees on that side over there are a nightmare for this field. I really need to start on the other end. Sorry about this, folks. But yeah. All the trees that are over here by the chicken coop make it important to start in this southeast corner over here, because you can get that straight run down through there to get this first path without having to have the pipe out and try to unload. If I start in that northwest corner, by the time I get around here, this guy's going to need to unload and the pipe's going to be in the trees, and that's going to be an issue. So yeah, so a little change here. Southeast corner, headed west, make our path, and I'll go ahead and wow, what am I doing wrong today? My head's not here. Come on. 48. Generate course. There it is. Alright. And we'll go ahead and just get this first corner clean. Make our turn. And continue on. Alright, that's done. And we'll go ahead and move this guy over into place. Actually, we could just go ahead and start him and send him on his way. How he ended up all the way over here, I have no idea. Just have him just drive course. Drive now. And of course he's going to drive straight into that tree, isn't he? Nope. Cool. Alright, so we'll let him go ahead and drive his course and unload, and we can get back to cultivating. So yeah, so what else is up? Let's see. I am very serious now. I know I've been throwing out the old new map thing for quite a bit, but I'm very serious about starting a new map. I really did enjoy that Agrofall map that I did over the weekend for a review. I really did enjoy that map. I think it has a lot of character, and would love for that to be the map that we move to. The forestry aspect really does bother me, but not so much that I might not play it. I still got to live with it a little bit more, before I decide if that's the one. But I'm also going to look pretty hard this week on finding a new map. I love My Big Country. It's been a fun map, but I've played it now for a long time. Probably, gosh, probably 3 months that I've been playing that. And it's time for a change from it. I won't completely delete it, but it's something I'm probably going to move away from. And move on, especially seeing as the version that's out there now doesn't match what I have. And when I start to get people asking questions that I can't answer, then it becomes an issue for me to do that map, because he has gone to a new version of the map, and he closed the BGA to where you have to purchase the BGA to get into it. And he made a lot of revisions to the map itself. And so if you were to go out there and download the map, it's not going to look like what I have. And so if I continue to play it, it would just be issues for other folks. And I have no intentions of upgrading because I've done so much work as far as cutting forest down and putting in the orchards and all of that stuff. I've got no desire to go in there and redo all that stuff and to start all over again. So probably gonna stop doing any sort of videos unless it's just mod videos on there, and look forward to a new clean, fresh map. With that said, moving forward, any new map that I do will be probably played in moderate mode, medium mode. I will give myself enough money to purchase the equipment that I want to play with on that map. I've played this one as is with the standard equipment that you get with it. I've not done any kind of money add-ins. I've just played it legit on hard mode. Just for the series' sake. But the next one will be for my just pure enjoyment. And I'll be making the videos, of me just playing the game, and it will be pure enjoyment for me, which means I'll drive the tractors I want to drive. I haven't been able to use the JCBs at all in this one because I don't have the income to afford to pay it, yet I bought the JCB DLC, and I'm hardly ever using it just because, the maps I'm playing right now don't allow me to incorporate that in. So little things like that. If a tractor comes out tomorrow that I want to drive, like the Fent that came out over the weekend from Timber, if I want to add that into the map, I'll do it, and in a heartbeat. And that way I can showcase more equipment that I find out there that you guys might like. Like I've got the big John Deere plow cultivator disc combo that's got the chisel plows on it as well as the disc and the cultivator all in one unit. It's huge. It takes a large piece of machinery to pull it. I can't put it on this map because I don't have the revenue, number one, to afford it, and so I can't just instantly put it into the map. So things like that I'll be able to do with that map. So that'll be moving forward, that map will be moderation. I'll give myself the money that I want to use for it. Once I get basic equipment in there, then I'll zero out the money so that I only have the amount that you start with legitimately to play. It's just I'm going to configure the equipment to my desires. It's not that I'm either going to go hog wild either and buy every piece of equipment that you could want, but I'm certainly going to get the pieces that I want to have on the map. And that means some large plows, because I will be plowing every field in that particular map that I use. Like I said, I have a renewed interest in plowing. I watched a I watched a video over the weekend, and it was from a farm here in the States that did some gang plowing, and I just absolutely love watching people do that sort of operation. And by gang plowing, I mean 4 tractors, 4 different plows, and they're all set up, and you have a lead tractor that gets going, and then the 3 other tractors come right behind it, and each of them offsets and starts to plow at the same time. So this tractor's plowing this set of furrows, the next tractor jumps right into, puts their wheels into the previous tractor's furthest furrow, and then starts to plow, and the next tractor does the exact same thing, and they run the entire length of the field. And when they get to the other end, it's like a beautifully choreographed movement, where when they come out of the field, they all follow the exact same path to realign to the next set of to the next piece of ground that needs to be plowed and reset. And these guys never slow down, they never stop, and it's just cool to watch an operation like that function. It's something I wish we could do in multiplayer, and I've expressed desire to Landy and the guys about doing something like that, and maybe hopefully one day we could do it, because you could recreate that in farming sim easily, but you just need people who want to do it and enjoy the plowing. Pulling stuff like that off is fun for me, and that's I enjoy it, and it's something that would be cool. Plowing in real life, I'm driving a tractor, and you can't beat playing around dragging on a tractor and ripping up earth, so it's always fun. But it's a little bit cooler in game. So anyways, if we get a new map, just look for me to change the way I play a little bit on that. Again, the monetary structure will be a little bit different. We'll use a lot different equipment. We can change out things and use equipment that we might not use on this particular map. This map's not going away. I'm not getting rid of it or anything else like that. Some of you have really sent me some nice emails regarding this map, and the fact that you appreciate the fact that I'm doing a series legit in hard mode, and I take that to heart, and as long as you're enjoying it, I don't mind recording it and doing it, and we'll continue to do it in hard mode and function it, and we'll just push it and keep evolving it and growing it and growing it and see how far we can grow it. We probably should get some sheep here soon. Not that I want to do sheep. I really don't care for sheep. They're just another operation that you do in this game, and it's yeah, I mean, the whole livestock function of the map is seriously, I don't know. It's, if you don't have the water mod in, I mean, seriously, you can raise cattle without water. I think that's hilarious. So, at least with the water mod added in, you have to give your dairy water. And you have to feed your chickens. I think it's seriously funny that they put that aspect of the game in where you didn't have to water. Kind of funny to me. But yeah, I mean, sheep is just give them some food and water and forget about them until they make enough wool worth justifying going over there and getting the wool. It's not really something that not really something that interests me, but in the interest of playing the map to its full potential, we probably should buy some sheep and buy some egg laying chickens and do that aspect of it as well. Alright, so this field's just about done. And what I may do is may automate the this guy on the next couple of fields. We'll check our wheat progress over there, and then probably go get our lime spreader. We're about we got about 10 more minutes on this video, so we could go get the lime spreader and start putting our soil enrichment down. So we've got to cultivate this field. Let's see, we've got to cultivate field 3, 48, 49, and then all 3 of the fields that we did potatoes in, they all need cultivated as well. I'll probably take care of all of that off screen in another episode. Or I'll take care of that off screen, and then in our next episode we'll work on getting the seed in the field and getting everything ready to go. Alright. See if I can set this guy up. This is an odd shaped field. Let's see, needs to be in work mode. And get rid of that. And I can go ahead and calculate my working width. This is going to be north. I don't think this is going to be considered northeast corner. We'll see. Going south. One headland. Generate course. Let's see if we can see our course here. Yeah, it's not going to consider that the actual northeast corner. I'm going to set it that way around here. We'll just drive around till we find the start point. In all honesty, I probably should do this manually, but yeah. We'll go get that lime spreader here before we wrap up this video. Ooh, that tree's going to be an issue. I can already see this thing hanging on that. Alright, change of plans. I think I'm just going to do this manually. Because the shape of this field is going to give this thing nightmares. I see our little transport coming back. Apparently operations are moving along fine over there. Course play off the screen. Let's get rid of this course and get rid of that. There we go. Alright, so we'll do the lime in the next episode. This field's just too odd shaped and too small for me to go through and mess with course play. So what else has been going on? Alright, little channel update. What's going to happen this week? I did over the weekend take the time to record a lot of video. So I've got some episodes of Euro Truck Sim recorded. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know that series has been around for a while and everybody's done it. And look, to be honest with you, I'm going to play it pretty much every day. I try to drive a route, and I'm messing around with some different vehicles and everything, trying to get used to the American trucks. I've never driven the American trucks in Eurosim until this week. I've always driven basically the stock stuff or some modded versions of the MAN stuff and Scania trucks. I've not done any real American truck stuff in there until this week. So just basically getting used to it, because I do know that there will be a American Truck Simulator coming out in August, I believe it is. And so I'm getting back into playing that, and we'll work on driving that, and I'll record some videos for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you don't, I understand. It might not be the most heaviest views. Maybe you're just a farm sim person, and if you don't view it, I understand that. I will try to get a farm sim video up every day, whether it's a tutorial or a mod review or gameplay. I will try to have a farm sim video every single day for you guys, and because that's where my bread and butter is. That's, it's my go-to thing. It's what I built this channel on, and what I built this channel for was to showcase farm sim originally for some friends of mine, and it's just grown into a larger thing, and you guys are enjoying the videos. So don't think farm sim's going away. It's just I'm just going to be enhancing the channel with videos of other games that I am playing to keep it from getting stagnant and boring. Don't want to be a one-trick pony. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on with that. So there are some more Euro Truck videos that'll be up this week. There will also be an episode of the DTG fishing. I did record one the other day where I actually finally figured out how to do the fishing properly with the drag and everything else like that, and managed to catch a few really nice size fish, and getting the hang of it. I'm still suck at casting, but yeah, I'll do that. There is a let's see, this video is going to go up on Tuesday of this week, as I'm recording it on Monday night. I will let you know that on Thursday there is supposed to be a Twitch feed from the folks at DTG, at Dovetail Games, announcing Phase 5 of the Early Access, which is supposed to be released first week of May, which will have some new additions to the game, or some changes to it. I'm not sure what they're going to be doing. They play everything really close to their vest, and don't tell anybody anything until they actually do something. So I'll be interested to see what that is, and then when we get the new update, we'll of course be playing that as well. But if I get maybe one of those videos up a week, that'll probably what I do. Do one fishing video a week, a few Euro trucks, a few hunters. Speaking of the hunter, hope you guys enjoyed the little bear hunt video. I know it was silly the way that one started, and the thing about the hunter is it's an interesting game. I went out the other night and I played for 3 hours, 3-4 hours over a period of time, and killed 19 or 20 animals. They were just kept coming one after another. It was great. In contrast, Landy and I played earlier this evening, doing a little multiplayer, thinking I might do a video on it, we walked, we covered it 4 miles in the span that he and I hunted. We walked forever before we actually saw our first elk, and then somebody didn't get a good clean shot on it, and we walked forever tracking that elk. And it was just, some days you've got great content and others you don't. And what tends to happen for me is the days that I am recording content or set out to record content, I don't see hardly anything, or I see a bunch of does. I don't see the stags. And then the days when I don't record, it's just a feast, and everything I could want to hunt shows up. I mean, the particular night when I killed all of those animals, I mean, I had situations where I had entire herds of elk walk into the field, and using the bow, I was able to drop every single one of them, because they didn't sense the fact that I was dropping certain animals, you know, at distance or whatever. Which is kind of fun to see if you can selectively harvest, you know, every one of them and drop them in the sense that you don't spook all of them with the initial kill. And if they still just linger around, then you can drop another one, and doing it in a way where you're not causing attention to the one that you just harvested is awesome. You know, and in that particular video, I ran across a rare bear that was a blonde or an albino black bear, and rare spawn. You don't see them very much. Killed it. Didn't have video running on it though. So yeah, but we'll try and get some more hunter videos up. And again, it may not be everyone's cup of tea. I understand that, but it's something that I'm into and I'm playing, and I figured I'd do the videos for you, and you can watch them, and maybe you're interested in it, maybe you're not. What else? I think that's it. Right now, just those 3 come to mind. I mean, I've been toying with doing some train sim videos, toying with doing some flight sim videos. I have been doing flight sim again. I bought a new airplane the other day. I bought a Pilatus DC-12, which I absolutely love that plane, and I've been flying it and getting used to it, but I hadn't really done any videos on it. And again, it's, you know, these things have been around forever, and I know there's been everybody and their brother doing videos on them, so it's not that I'm going to bring anything new to the table, but it's something where if I'm doing it, I might as well run a little recording on it and put a video up for you guys to watch. If you like that sort of stuff, you'll watch it. If you don't, it's no sweat off my back, because like I said, it's something I'm already doing. I'm not going out of my way to record them just to put them up on YouTube. So all right, so we'll wrap up this field here and we'll call this an episode. We've been running about 40 minutes now, it looks like. And again, my 30-minute video concept is out the window. So I will go ahead and finish this field up. We'll get started on off camera, probably work on those other fields. We'll come back, or might not do that. I might have this guy automated in our next video, since I won't have those other 2 guys harvesting. We'll set this guy up automated, and we'll come back. We'll spread some lime, because my planting plan now is to plow. Moving forward would be to plow prep for prep for seeding. Then before seeding, go ahead and put down our soil enrichment, which in this case is going to be lime. It might be slurry soon enough, but for now it's going to be lime. We'll put the lime in, then we'll come in and seed, because since we do have a seeder that has a cultivator built into it, it'll process our fertilizer into the ground as we seed. So we'll do that, and then so we'll just basically remove our fertilizing process ahead of the seeding, and so yeah, that'll be what we do in our next. We'll go ahead and get the fertilizer on the fields and get prep for seeding, and then we'll start seeding the fields. And between now and then, I'll figure out what our planting scheme is going to be as far as what plants we're going to put in what fields to maximize our yields, and to because we want to save some of our big. If we're going to do canola, we're going to want to put some of that in some of our bigger fields, but we want to do a lot of corn. And this may be a situation where every field that we own gets planted, because we'll harvest by that time. By the time it's ready to harvest, we'll have plenty of money. We can go get, if we need to get a second combine, we might be able to. But things will start to really ramp up now that we're generating some more income. We need to start selling some of those potatoes off. We ended up with a little over 700,000 liters of potatoes. Probably haven't talked about that since it actually. We were last around 500,000. When we finally finished up the entire process, I ended up with just over 7,000. Let's look. 7,000, 700,000. 1,400. So yeah, that's a lot of spuds. So we'll save a little bit of that for planting. I mean, save a little bit of that for our livestock, which again, we've come to realize that where livestock are concerned, earth roots are an urban myth. You don't necessarily have to have them to get your production numbers up. Since adding them in, I haven't seen the 110%. So I don't know why we're not able to get that going at 110%. Whereas our dairy's running at 110%. But I don't seem to see the 110% on our pigs and beef. So they didn't necessarily need the earth fruit, it seems. But yeah, we've got it. So we'll save a little bit for them. We'll use a little bit of the money that we have coming in also probably to get some storage over at the livestock facilities figured out, and I need to look into that, figure out how I'm going to put some fruit over at each of the livestock facilities so we don't have to haul so much stuff around. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for this edition. We'll get all that taken care of in the next one. Just so you know, and looking at it pig wise, and now that it's had a little bit of time to run, you see we are at 100%. Pigs, we've got 6 of those ready to slaughter. We've got 10 chickens ready. We need to go ahead and up these numbers. I'd like to get us up to 50 pigs. 50 across the board on everything. So we'll probably do that as well. Man, I got a lot of money I want to spend, don't I? Same with the beef. If 6 of those are fattened. So we'll be ready to make soon enough, we'll be ready to make a livestock run to the slaughterhouse. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're looking good. Things are going well. And we'll continue on tomorrow with another edition of Farming Simulator. Look for some courseplay tutorials to come out this week. I spent this Saturday night recording several tutorials on potatoes using the small potato harvester. on how to do that. I finished up all of my baling videos, so all those are ready to be processed and put up. So yeah, there's a lot headed your way this week, so hope you enjoy it. I hope you come back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks again for watching this video, and if you made it all the way to the end, well, maybe you liked it. So give me a big old thumbs up. That like goes a long way. Also, subscribe to this channel. I will update the videos every single day, so there'll always be something new for you to see. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back again tomorrow. Thanks for your support.